Hello and welcome back to Risk of Rain Returns. We are going in today with the loader, and we are going to be using debris shield, and we'll go ahead and take conduit because why not? And this is going to be our re-attempt, our 2.0 at barbed wire. We are going to be taking barbed wire, guardian hearts, and then we are going to be taking, of all things, duplicator. They up his attack speed? That felt really fast even for the little zone there. Doesn't matter. The reason that we took it is because we want the invincibility shield so that we can kind of just get in there. And also being able to move around the stage is really nice. Just very, very nice, to be honest. But the idea is that the duplicators, as you stack more and more of them, they get longer and longer durations, and each time you get an extra duplicated stack, it resets the duration of all of the stacks. So what will eventually happen is, even after 1 or 2 duplicators, as long as we move at a relatively good pace, we will be getting double to all of our barbed wire, which allows us to get the required stacks much faster. Because barbed wire, unlike a lot of the other items, it really pops off, but it takes a really long time to do so, and generally speaking, you're going to be dead long before the barbed wire pops off. As far as our use item, well, probably just honestly take like a key or something like that. There's not much that we need as far as the use item, so... Oh, come on. I was slightly out of range. How rude. We do have prestige on, so we will be taking at least one Shrine in the Mountain every at the beginning, and that means that we will have a Shrine in the Mountain for every stage. It's mostly just because, I don't know, I kind of like to spice it up a little bit, and I've started enjoying doing this. There's not a better reason. Ideally, we would like any amount of items before leaving the first stage. I have one scrapped recording for this now, and during that scrapped recording, I might even put it on stream, but I got like 7 or 10. I got 10 items in the first stage, and I'm just like, that's amazing. That's not going to happen again tonight. And correct, it did not. I broke my 3 tries rule on this one. Normally, whenever we go into these builds, we get 3 tries to get it off the floor, and then if it doesn't work, we just try and give up. But because it's a time constraint thing. It's no other reason. It's not because the build's bad. But I want to get this one going. Just something about it. Barbed wire is unique. There are so many drones on this stage. It's kind of ruining our points to be able to have items. Fortunately, Loader is pretty strong at base, so Loader himself can kind of carry us for a moment. That's going to be our Guardian Heart. And with the Scrap Shield, we can kind of just wade into our enemies. We will go ahead and get out of here. Teleporter is top left of us right now. I actually kept track of where it was this time. Frickin' miracle. 4 stacks of barbed wire is definitely not anything to write home about. But this will be fine. Go ahead and grab another heart and a barbed wire, and we will go ahead and hit the teleport as soon as it comes up. A pretty decent first stage. Again, we're still running fairly slow because, well, we have weird item builds. It has been a consideration of many people in the community suggesting this, that Perhaps we just take at least like one goat hoof. And honestly, if we fail the first run, second and third run on any of these tries is going to have one goat hoof. Honestly, and the only reason really it will be is for your guys' time. Your and my time. One goat hoof by itself does add some power to the character and some survivability, but it's not the biggest deal. Helps a lot with time, though. Got a drone up there. Not terribly interested. Really need our first red, if at all possible. And a use item. Getting a key, since we don't have a lot of attack speed, or sorry, move speed, getting a key would also speed us up. Is that just that one chest? Okay, 2 chests here. Let's kill this father. He will get us an okay amount of money. That the third hit there, like, always stuns, makes this loader's base combo really good. A lot of people don't even have stuns. Seven stacks without a duplicator. Honestly, pretty good. There's a chance that this might work. I tried to do the acceleration thing. There we go. Slingshot. I had thought that the movement mechanics on loader were like bad or something, but I had someone point out to me that you actually can do it off of the pylons, which means that you can do it pretty consistently. Basically slingshot yourself around the stage all the time. Ooh, there we go. Use item. We're going to go ahead and take the key. Again, it's just to speed us up. In lieu of having, you know, actual movement and stuff. There's a little bit of healing. It's so nice that loader is just kind of like base strong. Getting me through these first few stages pretty well. Pretty much on its own. For once, and I really do mean that for once, we're actually making very good time on a 1 item per rarity run. Normally we get to here at like 15 minutes, something like that. Go ahead and pop both those chests. Our guardian hearts are not amiss. There we go. Oh, I jumped first. Dang it. Can I aim downwards? No. No, I cannot. Ooh. There we go. I should be able to pop this ledge so I don't have to go around the entire stage. Ah, no. It looks like I'll actually get that corner. With enough tries, I might have been able to get that, but I don't really want to waste a bunch of time trying. Because of my button combination, doing that movement tech, it's a little difficult. I have to reach to 2 different sides of my controller in order to do it. And yeah, it'd probably be easier mouse and keyboard, and you can't even believe how many times people have suggested that I switch to mouse and keyboard, and I'm just like, yeah, but I don't use mouse and keyboard, so tough boogie, I guess. I actually really like controller, with the only real problem with controller being the ledge grabs still get me every once in a while. I actually died to a ledge grab today. So many Guardian's Hearts. Guess we're pretty safe. All of that for a use item. Disappointing. Go ahead and hit the teleporter. And we're going to check right up here for any more items. Ooh, that's where everything's been hiding. Man, 11 stacks completely without getting the duplicators going. Definitely something. Oof. I mean, honestly, that wasn't even the barbed wire doing that. That was the brawling. That was straight brawling. The barbed wire is only 50% plus 10% per stack, so that's 50. That's 190% damage right now. So, I mean, pretty good. Don't get me wrong. We're already up there in stacks, but not nearly as good as it would be if we have had a duplicator. Already starting to do quite a bit of damage, though. Nothing to write home about. I mean, this isn't like, you know, fireworks build, murdering everything on the screen. but it's slow and steady. Teleporter is above us. I want to try and get rid of these birds while I have them in isolation. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit it. At least the little boar guys, the boar babies won't be much of an issue. Not like they ever are. But, you know, even less so than usual. Honestly, with how fast I attacked on this build, I probably could have gone Leeching Seed. I don't know if it would have been necessarily better. Guardian's Heart gives a certain level of lack of fear because nothing can one-shot you. And if you do mess up, you can just back off for a bit. You cannot stun thoughts of beasts, I don't think. Yeah, you can't. This is an uphill battle. There we go. Jeez. At least she gave me a white. 18 stacks. Still no red. No reds, no yellows. I don't think we are going to go to Providence. This is one of those builds where, I mean, it's cool that I have a nice little aura of barbed wire, but that's not what this build's about. This build's about covering the screen in barbed wire. So we're going to go as far as we can go, which does mean that since we're already 20 minutes in, this will probably be the only attempt at this build. Mind you, I have actually technically already tried before. Guaranteed red. Yes, there we go. There's our step standard duplicator. So if you see, it only stacks time. I'll put it down in the bottom right of the screen for you there, so you can read it. It only stacks time, but the reason why that's still valuable is because as we get more than one stack of them, it'll reset our stacks as we get more and more items. Meaning that as long as we keep going and we keep getting items, we'll just get more and more extra stacks and we won't really be losing them. We also have 18 at base stacks of barbed wire. So we're already doing a decent chunk of damage in the first place. So we now have +4 Guardian Hearts. It's a little silly. Even though we technically lost all of our HP, we have a ton of HP. I heard an item open over here, but maybe it's above me. It was above me, okay. We definitely want that. Ah, I did it again. I have the tendency to panic whenever it comes to grabbing a consumable item. In case anyone out there is actually interested in something like this, I'd love a mod that gives us a whitelist or a blacklist for items so that we could do this without having to deal with the command. That'd be absolutely amazing. And while you're at it, if anyone does decide to mod this game, I mean, I can give you whatever support I can, mostly in the form of, like, you know, promoting your stuff. A command console would also be nice, like admin console kind of thing. Be really useful as a content creator to have something like that. It would let me do some of the more interesting ideas I've heard some people have, but I don't really have a way to do it without, like, the game itself having that mechanic. Speaking of, if anyone has any interesting ideas for alternate weird runs that we can run, kind of like this, you know, feel free to leave those kinds of comments or those kinds of suggestions in the comments. I picked up the rusty knife by accident. Oh well, not the end of the world. And there's a good chance that some of the stuff will get done because I want to keep playing this every day. It's honestly still one of my favorite games. I love this game to death. I don't remember if I've seen the teleporter. I was actively looking at the teleporter when I said this. Overloading Link's Totem. This is a problem. Capital P. Oh. So yeah, that's what happens whenever you follow scavenger shot instead of running through it. It like does this crazy multi-hit, and it did like 1,000 damage to me. Fortunately, it did 1,000 damage to my barrier. It's not the end of the world. Bunch of scavengers over there. I just imagine them as looking like giant, tasty, extra item icons. Come on, we need a heal. There we go. I mean, you're getting a chance to see the cool stacking mechanic of the duplicator, but not on the item we wanted. There we go. We're going to actually go ahead and grab that. So that's 20% extra damage every time now. I will say overloading doesn't hard counter us, but it is very good against us because we can't really dodge that damage, which means that the Guardian's Heart is just constantly getting ticked. Get out of here. This first loop will be kind of rough, especially because we only got one duplicator, and we only ended up getting... Come on, can we get it in time? Yeah, there we go, 2 stacks. Sorry, my barbed wire was just about to wear off. We did get a duplicator, but it was very, very late in the run, which means that it's not really doing the crazy stuff that it could do. But we did get to the end of our loop, so already showing off the some of the potential power of the duplicator barbed wire build. There's our teleporter. Probably just go ahead and hit it, to be honest. I need to not be on the same level as that big wisp. For people who are asking me, oh, you should take multiple prestiges. This is what happens with one. This is 1 prestige. 1 Shrine of the Mountain per level. Oh, I killed one of the bosses. There's that. Ow! Yeah, Guardian's Heart is not a great protection against these guys because it's all like individual hits and there's like a ton of them. So they will end up killing us. We are going to lose our stacks of barbed wire, unfortunately. Oh, come on. Don't just give me all hematocysts. That would be very unfortunate. You didn't know that chest can only be 1 item. It is the Vagrant Use item. We're really getting the thing to pop off, but just really on the wrong item. These guys are really annoying. This much HP. At least they gave me barbed wire. They paid for their crimes. Or crimes against my time. $167 a stack, a tick. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're gonna go ahead and pop this like right there. It's not damage to ride home about yet, but it is damage. It is a lot of damage at this point to be able to AoE everything for 177. We are at +5 though, so this damage will go down if we don't keep up our speed. Ideally, we get another duplicator at some point, or multiple more duplicators. We don't have to worry about the speed at all. I would very much like to check. Okay, so that item's there. It's 1169. There's a really good chance that's a duplicator. We're also getting free items from bosses now. There's 6 stacks. Nice. Damn. Well, boy can always hope. What do we got? Blazing Ancient Wisps. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Could have been overloaded magma worm. Could have been 2 of them. There's our second duplicator that we were running. There we go. Okay. Whew. It's always nerve-wracking whenever you need to get all your HP back from a Guardian's Heart. Oh my gosh. Blazing Wisp from across the way. Yep. I figured that even with 27 Guardian's Heart, eventually something like that would happen. But, I mean, we were doing 170, 180 damage at the end there, so you guys can see the value. You can see how it would go. Anyways, this has been Restore Rain Returns. I have been Areima, and this has been all of the barbed wire. We somehow got 27 freaking rares and only 35 commons, which is kind of... I mean, statistically, sure, yeah. The rares are slightly more rare. We did need quite a few more comments, though. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you guys have, feel free to leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. And I hope you have a fine day. Goodbye.